There's a word for the healing effects of the ocean: thalassotherapy. You don't even have to get in the water. Just looking at the waves is enough to soothe even the most restless of minds. And on top of that, the sand is great for exfoliation. This free therapy is something you could have every day and for very little cost. Often with the added benefit of learning about new cultures. Sounds like a fantasy? It does not have to be. More than a few Americans dream about picking up their lives and moving to some seaside villa in a country where your rent is less than a car payment. We talked to experts and looked at ballpark cost of living estimates from sites like Numbeo and Nomad List to find beautiful beaches where your dollar goes far and your quality of life goes even farther. Hello and welcome to another episode of Top 10. I'm your host, Freddie Shaban from Madam Suzanne channel. Well, lately I've been thinking about the possibilities of living overseas in the event that things go south here in this country or whatever the hell is going on here. Very risky stuff, unsure, all this stuff. So I was thinking about, like, where can you live in the world where it's nice beach area? Because I love the beaches, I love the nice weather, good weather and everything. And it's very, very inexpensive, or it's very reasonable that it's not as expensive as places like California, for example, where, the real estate is up like you won't believe. So here are the top 10 beautiful beach cities that you can live dirt cheap. Coming in at number 10 is San Pancho, Mexico. Monthly cost of living, $1,100. San Pancho has the feel of a California surf town, with towering cliffs, impressive waves, and a downtown lined with restaurants serving up all things organic. The only difference? Dinner for two in said restaurants will only run you about $30 to $50 as opposed to triple digits in California. The city itself isn't big, but it sits smack in the center of Riviera Nayarit, so you can hop through towns like Sayulita, San Blas, and the upscale Punta Mita with a short drive. If you get a hankering for the big city, Puerto Vallarta is less than an hour away. For a quiet coastal expat life in Mexico, this little gem on the Pacific is tough to beat. Number 9. Koh Phi Phi, Thailand. Monthly cost of living $1,100 to $2,400. Koh Phi Phi Island is one of those places where couples sit back on their last night of just wedded bliss and say, why don't we just move here? Sure, they're joking, but why the heck not? If dropping your life back home isn't an issue, this little slice of paradise has beautiful apartments in new buildings overlooking the sea for about $1,000 a month. And that's on the high end. The nightlife can get ruckus, with cheap drinks and loosely interpreted liability laws. For a quiet beach home, this might not be the move, but it's perfect for the young and free who enjoy interacting with the travelers from all over the world and doing it cheaply. Number 8. Las Terranes, Dominican Republic. Monthly cost of living, $1,400. Though the DR has some of the grandest, most affordable oceanfront homes in the Caribbean, the real draw in Las Terranes is the solid expat community. 30 years ago, Europeans knew it best as a popular vacation spot, but they got hooked and stayed. Once you have established residency, it's relatively simple to work, own a business, import a car tax-free, and get citizenship. You'll find yourself in good company with a diverse mix of people, and if you ever get homesick, you are a 2-hour flight from Miami. Number 7. Las Palmas, Gran Canaria, Spain. Monthly cost of living, $1,400. If you've ever visited Las Palmas, you might be surprised to see it on a list of affordable places to live. But like so many cities, visiting and living are two different animals. Rent for a place off the ocean runs only about $600 for one bedroom, $1,000-ish for three. The weather is some of the best in the world, with pretty much perpetual sun soaking the beaches along the coast. The city itself has a busy urban feel, with quick escapes to beaches and the inland countryside and plenty of friendly, tolerant people to party with. For a city experience with easy access to nature, this is the best seaside option in Europe. Number 6. Canggu, Bali. Monthly cost of living, $500 to $900. $500 a month seems downright unrealistic to live in one of the best surf towns in the South Pacific, especially one that's drawn flocks of entitled Americans looking to work remotely. Artists, designers, yoga instructors, startup gurus, and other foreigners call Canggu home, lending the city a youthful, albeit rustic, wellness vibe. Cafes, restaurants, and juice stands line the streets, and parties and events pepper the week. The place feels a bit like those little surf towns you find on the less populated islands of Hawaii, but at a fraction of the cost. Sure, things like milk, wine, and other imports cost a little bit more here, but with average rent around $200 a month, you can splurge. Number 5. Split, Croatia. Monthly cost of living, $1,400. Though the European coastlines can be comparatively expensive, there are still bargains to be had in Split. This little town on the Adriatic Sea has beaches that people from all over the world travel days to lie on. Yet beers are still under $3 in most bars, and rent in the city center can be had for less than $550 a month. The city is also seasonal, so if you're down to become a full-time resident, you'll have the city to yourself from October to late April. It's a perfect balance of roaring international resort city in the summer and sleepy beach town in the winter, with a lush Mediterranean climate, friendly folks, and great history to boot. If you get tired of one lifestyle, another is only a couple of months away. Number 4. Tagazout, Morocco. Monthly cost of living, $1,155. Thanks to its hyper-fast internet connection and proximity to Western Europe, Morocco became a hot destination for entrepreneurs cutting personal costs to support their tech ventures. Rent plus a chic co-working space will run about $500 a month combined, meaning you won't be stuck looking for a buyout from your beachfront villa all the time. Tagazout has also become one of the great North Atlantic surf towns, where you'll see people carrying boards through Middle Eastern bazaars like they are baskets of fruit. Number 3. Hoi An, Vietnam. Monthly cost of living, $550 to $1,100. Bigger Vietnamese cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh get most of the expat love, but neither boasts much of a beach. Hoi An, on the other hand, is not only bordered on one side by spectacular green mountains, it's also a skip and a jump from spectacular stretches of sand you'll have largely to yourself. The old city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and you can get a house or apartment for as little as $300 a month, $500 for a nice one with everything included. To fully experience the area, your best bet is to rent a motorbike, about $60 a month. In a place this beautiful, you'd be ill-advised not to. Number 2. Cartagena, Colombia. Monthly cost of living, $1,800. Living in Cartagena is sort of like going on a tropical Caribbean vacation every day. That goes for partiers, history buffs, and outdoor enthusiasts alike. The snorkeling and scuba diving here are world-class at about $30 a trip. The city's historic center is a museum of Spanish colonial architecture, and a roomy walking path takes you through it all and down to the main harbor. The nightlife is as intense as you'd expect in Colombia, and an old-timer night out will run you about $100 if you do it right. Party a little too hard and fear not. Healthcare in Cartagena is surprisingly good, with large hospitals and comprehensive health insurance for under $50 a month. And coming in at number 1 for the world's most beautiful beach cities where you can live for dirt cheap is Algarve, Portugal. Monthly cost of living $1,500. It's hard to believe a region with 100 miles of coastline, cobblestone streets, and more sun than pretty much anywhere else in Europe has a cost of living this low. Most of the region is English speaking and home to 100,000 transplants from all over the world. And the city is cheap, dirt cheap. A 3-bedroom apartment will run you about $950 a month. But if you don't need much space, $650 gets you a 1-bedroom smack in the center of the city. Beers are $2. Dinner out is under $10. You get the idea. And if you get homesick, head to Lisbon and you're about a 6-hour flight from the East Coast. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the list. My favorite place that I'm looking at, I love Thailand. I'm very interested in going over there and checking it out. I heard a lot of good things about it. I'm doing a little research. Also, South America is not bad. Places like Costa Rica and even Mexico in some areas. So you tell me in the comment which place you would live if you didn't have a lot of money to retire with and you love the beach. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay happy.